Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As the title suggests and why you've probably clicked on this video, and I thank you for clicking on this video, we are going to talk about training splits today. So what are they and which ones should you be doing as a beginner? So what is a training split? So essentially a training split is how you divide your exercises and the muscle groups you train on any particular day, and that is how you split their muscle groups across the week. So that's essentially what a training split is. You might have heard of it but not really understood what it is or what the main sort of training splits that most people do. So if you're a beginner, I hope this is helpful. So let's dive into the first training split. The first training split, which is what many people are going to default to doing, is a full body split. And exactly as that suggests, what you're going to do is each time you go to the gym, you're going to work each muscle group for that day, which has its pros and cons. So if you're limited on how many times you can go, you're going to probably do a full body split to train every single muscle group in the short week that you can commit to the gym. The downside to this is you're going to try and cram a lot of different muscle groups and exercises into one particular day, so therefore it's not going to be the most optimal in terms of progression and growth of muscles if that is your goal. You're not going to hit each muscle group as hard as if you separated it into a different day, like one of the next two that I'm going to talk about. You're going to have a lot more time to recover between the gym sessions if you're only going a couple of times, and you're not going to push your muscles as hard. But as a beginner, great place to start is where I started, and it helps you also to learn all the equipment and work on your form and all that other stuff to really help you get initiated in the gym. Let's talk about the second one, and that is an upper and lower, and I'll put another graphic on the screen. This one is where you hit in one session everything above your waist, and then on the next one you'll hit everything below your waist. So if you are going to the gym 2 to 4 times, I think it's probably a good one. Obviously there's 2, so going 2-4 times, that makes sense. You're going to be able to focus more on each of them muscle groups. You're not going to try and cram the whole body in a single day, so you can work a little bit harder on them muscle groups within that split on them particular days. This helps with recovery. It also will help with growing muscles and focusing on like the half of your body you're going to train, more so than you can probably do with a full body split. So moving on to the last one, and this is the one I personally do, although I do go 5 times to the gym. So what I tend to, or what I'm just going to trial out, is do a push-pull split. So do the days that I do in the gym, I'll do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll do a push-pull legs split. And then on the Saturday and Sunday, I'll then do an upper and lower. And then I'm doing push-pull on the Monday, so it gives me time between the Sunday when I'm doing my lower. It will give me a day rest because I'm working then on push muscles, so not my leg muscles. So that's what I'm going to trial. So let's jump into the third one now. So the third one, as I've mentioned, is push-pull legs. So legs kind of speaks for itself. That would be like a lower body day, but a push and pull, what is that? So a push day is where you're doing pushing motions in order to exercise, and that is typically training things when you're pushing away from yourself. So that would be a shoulders, triceps, and that would be training your chest. And then on the flip side of that, you've then got your pull muscles, so that's everything pulling towards you. So that would be training your biceps and your back. For example, back, you might be doing pull-ups, so you're pulling yourself up to the bar, hence pull, makes sense. Or you'll be doing things like dumbbell curls where you're pulling the dumbbells to yourselves. And then, as I mentioned, the legs, which speaks for itself. So push-pull legs, I'd suggest if you can manage 3 days in the gym, 3 to 6 I'd say, although 6 is probably a bit excessive. I think it's just a bit too much. With the push-pull legs, you are splitting your muscle groups into 3, and so you've got 3 days. So if you're doing pull muscles or pull exercises on day 1, by day 4, after you've done your legs, again you've had that time for your pull muscles to recover, which is why I think I like that as a split, and why I think probably a lot of people typically do that split. So that is training splits in a nutshell, and the 3 most common ones. So let me know in the comments if you are going to try one of these that I've mentioned. Also let me know a training split that I've not mentioned, Put that in the comments. I'm sure there's lots out there, but they are, I'd say, the 3 main ones that you at least need to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.